Do what again?
Talk about that. Twist it. So let it run your finger.
Don't start yet. A small, you tie off where you need to cover it. You do what's called worming. In between each one of these rows here, there'll be a small line that fill in the space. You just keep following that same one, but you have to do all three. And then you wrap the thing with canvas or t-shirts or whatever you happen to have. Sailors use canvas quite often. And then you tie off the two ends, and then you take this here. If it's just this by itself, you usually have another kid with you to serve it. What you do is you wrap your line around this, comes down around there, and then as you're putting it on, the tension will make that extremely tight as it goes around, and you just keep working it down. You end up getting a nice tight lace, or like what this here is. But this is done differently, but it'd be done that way.
I'm actually doing a little video of it, so.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go. I'm ready.
Get the three parts. going separately.
You can have your choice, that one or that one.
Now that I
That's the way.
But you
got
can't
messed up.
You got,
Well, that's no fair.
no, you got to decide which one you want. You know that was full. Actually, you can come and weigh them if you want. Go ahead.
Weigh them, I can weigh them. I'm just gonna look.
That many in there. Okay, I'll take this one.
So that's what we used to do at home is one person could cut it in half, the other one would get the choice.
Except I did that with my brother, but he said, no. Why do you cut it? No. He figured no matter what he's gonna happen.
He's gonna get cheated
He's
either way.
He's gonna get cheated either way.
I'd cut it in half and take a bite out of his and then hand it to him.
No, I think you got to get the deal there.
I know I did.
That's no big deal.
Well,
That's
it is-
okay.
It's a big deal to me.
I'm gonna come down here. Excuse me, sir.
He's just gonna go get some more from over there.
No, I'm gonna have to start practicing.
So anyhow, you keep going until you have it all spliced. Anyhow, you got an eye there that's going to hold just like everything else.
Oh, okay.
'cause it's
So
spliced
your
in.
eye is actually the intact rope.
Yeah, it's intact rope because this end's tied off over there. Or I can come back around with, if I had a rosebud on the end of this thing here, which that isn't one, but if I did that, then I could
You could button it in.
do it, button it in so that I had something. Now, when you're all through and you need your line back, you undo all of this. So you haven't lost your line.
I've never seen that application. Cool.
Well, nobody has, as far as I know, because this.
No, it's not practical things.
Yeah. Now we're back to where we started.
Magic?
I made a little antler fid. Got a little inlay here. And this is cotton cordage that I doubled the cordage up in this area here. And then did a little fancy knot and then covered it with linseed oil.
The colors are on the.
Ready for a piece of wool, or you got a wool? Ready?
Huh?
Need more wool, or you
No,
you gonna use that?
I'll use this. I'm just.
You're
Here's
contemplating.
what I'm looking
Oh yeah.
baby. It's right there.
So how did you manage to get that out? How did they manage to get that out? They had to take the plane apart?
That is so good.
Now there's the tool for getting the needles through.
That one.
Kind of bends the needles up sometimes.
It does, but
Tools there. I made these little guys. Or why not? Yeah. Just lots of little tools. Ta-da. Small. Anyhow, they're just
Stitch the canvas around wood. Just finding stitching there someplace.
Oh yeah, there's canvas.
Yeah, and then it's been waxed.
At the east end
Yeah.
and the west end, and we get there and they had to open it up for us to be able to continue on, and they look at us like Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Volkswagen just
we
kind of just kept
we
going.
were coming back from our honeymoon down in California. None of the California crowd, family could come up too far for them, so we decided we'd do our honeymoon down there. So we went down, and when it come time to come back, we had a Volkswagen Squareback.
Yep, that's what we had.
And Marie was driving down 101, somewhere south of Coos Bay, and somebody's on a Friday night.
It's a pickup truck with a camper on the back, ladder on the top, unsecured, came flying off on that bridge, turned sideways, was coming straight at my windshield, dropped just before the car and turned, I went over the right side, and when it hit the last wheel and rung on.
Back or something.
I don't
Oh,
like
you don't
unfinished
want to.
objects.
It doesn't sound like a
When
good
I
idea.
take classes
Back in the old days.
and I'm learning something new, something I know I'm never going to do again, I always finish the project.
Oh, it's something in your brain.
Now that
A bit of an apples.
Yeah. Would have been part where the lake filled.
Not too familiar with it. I lived in
nice.
a bit of a village long enough.
2 for $1.25.
Yeah.
Did you live in a town?
No, I lived up the hill.
Been
Okay.
trying to get rid
In
of
a
those.
place that used to be called One Horse.
Oh, don't know that
But
one.
I
then
went
the
from
land
carrying so much
fell
stuff
love
in
with
tins.
a lovely business.
The problem is you can't tell what's in it,
Yeah.
right?
Unless you
Oh,
customize
interesting.
it.
And like I was talking about here a while back, bags with a different bead on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
Remember, although, you know, I use so many different materials as
Yep.
well.
that helps.
And then, yeah.
So I went to a lot of cloth bags.
There's, you know, we don't have a job anymore because,
Walked out around in the woods for a
and I'm
couple
going,
hours
you know,
finding.
but these guys were
Oh, is that what you collected?
Yeah.
Okay,
some
yeah. 'cause I saw
PAs
that
and,
photo you
and you know,
One photo of the tree.
business
that was the
management.
honey hole
They
right
weren't thieves. I don't know whether they ever got caught, but they were stupid enough to do that. They don't have the skills to stay hidden. Is what I'm trying
I like
to say.
that quality
So
handle
I'm
you got there,
assuming at
Goody.
some point they got caught.
I like your handle.
Well, you know, the crime and
Gotta make it long enough.
non-violent crimes.
But I just thought, and he ran off with. He was married, but he ran off with the secretary.
Oh, okay.
Now, have you added your charcoal to the?
About a half
Those
hour
caught
early
my
and
collection
go down there.
someday.
The line went down and back
Came
and
up with
back
36
down
of
again.
them.
So
36
and I
feathers
knew
or
I wanted
36
to buy this
collection.
pan
Oh.
that they had
Lord.
advertised.
This weave that's right here, it's actually two strands of this, where one of the winds on that is in the heart. So if you cut across this thing, you'd see 5 outside and 1 on the inside. And it goes down into a star knot. And that's all diamond weave. That's what I call it. Now this will be the handles. 6-part handles for the ditty bag. And here comes somebody. self-hoisted down.
So what did you make this for, good day?
So that gives me a nice straight line. These are made, and this are made out of coil spring off the garage door. That's just I used to have lots of these.
Just a gimlet they call them?
Yeah, or a spoonbill.
Spoonbill?
Yeah. This is another type of drill. You don't have to be super sharp, but it'll bore in. This is just cutting edge. This is a burr. It's rolled. So, you know, when
Scraper,
yeah. This was a file. This was a spring, a coil spring. I carved a hoof over this one.
of course you do. You can't just have a tool, you gotta have art.
Piece of one of my neighbor's trees, and I made this little doodad.
Little draw knife.
Yeah, this goes with a bench outside that hooks onto a deal for
similar to what they use for carving wooden shoes on the outside.
Yeah, pretty much.
A little bit
This
smaller.
came out of the same piece. I just hammered out a long piece and made about 4 different tools out of it.
Dang. Some cool stuff there.
This is just some of it. There's more stuff around. Here's something I just made. I've been using this little toolbox to take it out in the yard and stuff. So I made me a little hanger for it. Or I can use it up against so I can put my drawings in or tools or whatever. I have to keep digging.
Gotcha.
And then I just built this one a little bit heavier duty for like 1/4 inch hemp line.
This bone sounds pretty good
Yeah. There was an eagle sitting for about 4 hours out here in the tree across the road this morning. He kept doing that, you know, that eagle sound. I'm sitting back there cleaning the pitch and I keep hearing this eagle. I look at the tree and one cut down and groove to width, so when I have to replace it, I make another one that size. And those holes are drilled through, and there's nuts down in there
To hold it.
to hold it, so I can loosen it up, change it out. Actually, this one here I had to turn over, but it's still good enough on that side. But it gets into the little.
That dude, so he don't rock so much.
Well, once it's sewed on.
Once he's sewed on, it won't matter. Cause that worked pretty good with stitching. Speaking of frogs, they started up at my place.
You have to use your mind when you're watching this. Yeah.
Then this here's a little stove.
Oh, a little folding.
Yeah, the little folding stove.
Let me see, because I'd like to, I'm thinking about getting one, and I decided
You can, this one here is stainless. You can get them in
titanium.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go for some.
Yeah, I could see you for days and days and days.
Yeah, I used that pot on this thing
Okay.
earlier.
Okay, I'm busy. I'm like, okay, well, I can just come and do this anyway.
Okay, you got that style. Because I've seen some that are hinged
Oh,
instead of, yeah, so that's the one actually on top of my to-buy list.
These go together pretty easily.
Yeah, you got 2 plates there.
It's still kind of frozen.
Yeah, I realized I missed one.
I don't know why. Maybe it increases the sugar. He likes food.
He likes food.
Well, I like them.
Yeah, I've got
Then you put the bottom in.
Constantly in it, but there's so much sugar in it. When you cook them, it increases the sugar.
Boy, I was surprised that it probably 3 minutes once it got a little fire going in this thing.
Yeah.
I had that pot was boiling.
Some brown sugar.
Yeah.
That talks about, you know, festival coming up, you know. She knew. I don't know, yeah, it's about in March or something, or March 15th.
Some of these need to be sized.
Yeah. She said, okay, I'll have to have my sister take it to the motorcycles. So we go over there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Starting to wear through because of the way I walk. These are made out of buffalo.
So the tops will last forever. It's the soles that you have to replace.
Yeah. See the. They're all different. There's 4 directions: buffalo, wolf track, eagle feathers, a wolf head, and a southern star.